Welcome to Seattle Maritime Matters. Hi, I'm Ken Saunderson with the Seattle Propeller Club, and today I'm joined by the owner and founder of Compass Courses, Julie Keim. Julie, thanks for joining us today.
For inviting me. Great to see you.
Julie, why don't we start with having you tell us a little bit about Compass Courses and the training services you provide there?
Well, we're located in beautiful downtown Edmonds, right by the Port of Edmonds. I've been here 20 years. I have 29 courses, and we're plugging along, getting through. We train mariners of all levels, depending on their license. And we start with a beginner class to get people in the industry.
And tell me a little bit more about the kind of courses that you offer at Compass Courses.
Sure. Our main class that we do every month is basic safety training, and that's for just an ordinary seaman, the person off the street that says, hey, I want to get into the maritime industry. How do I do it? Where do I go? And that course has been around for about 22 years. And it's part of our regulations that changed, which is how I started Compass Courses. And it consists of 4 different classes, 2 days of firefighting, a day of personal survival, personal safety and social responsibilities, and first aid and CPR, kind of a medical emergencies at sea, right? Because we can't call 911. So that is the kind of class that anybody who wants to get into the industry, they have to pretty much take that class.
And you work with individuals as well as companies on training programs, correct?
Oh, you bet. Yeah, a lot of companies, especially in the fishing industry, sometimes want custom classes, depending on their vessels, especially if their crews aren't required to have some of the training. You know, they'll search us out to do onboard training and custom courses.
And the kind of courses that you're offering, they all have to meet Coast Guard specifications and other rules and regulations. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Coast Guard, when things happen, they usually react and we get new courses. And that happens about, sometimes between 5 and 10 years. And since I've been doing this, we've had 2 different regulations that have come into play. And they'll bring these new courses out, we write them, and then the mariners come to us. So it depends on a lot of what their license is, where they're sailing in the world. So I have about 28 of them. So it depends on your license where you fit into that. And sometimes they can be refresher or revalidation courses for people who have been sailing because their license expires every 5 years.
Hey, Julie, tell me a little bit about the history of Compass Course. It's been around for 20 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Why you started the program and the need that you fulfilled there at Compass Courses.
Yeah. It's an exciting story for me, right? Because I'm still passionate about coming to work every day. But I started working for Alaska Sightseeing in the 90s. And I remember getting to Juneau, Alaska, and this guy gave me a clipboard and he said, hey, you're in charge of doing the engine round tonight. And I'm like, what? And so I was thrown into it and had some really good training while working there. And then I started just being passionate about survival and passengers on board vessels. And then, and I get seasick. That's a little known secret there that I get seasick. So I got sick a couple times pretty bad, and I thought, I should do something else. So I started teaching at Seattle Maritime Academy, and that led to the regulations changing in 2000. And I just figured we needed another school, and we needed it north of Seattle. And it's worked out. I just started writing courses, and I'm passionate about safety. I want to see guys return. And I've been doing it long enough now that people have been coming here for their 5-year renewals. And I see them start families and get better jobs and really advance in their training. And to me, that's what it's about.
Absolutely. I've always loved your passion for the maritime industry. Talk about that and also the career opportunities that there are for women in this field.
You bet. We've been tracking how many women, have been coming here the last couple of years, and maybe the word's out that it's a woman-owned business. And I believe that my approach to how we do business when you first walk into the door, I want people to feel at home and safe, and a safe environment for them to be in. And I think there's great opportunities for women. Usually when women get into the maritime industry, they want to work. They're passionate about it too. And so they're focused on what they want to do. And usually women are more career focused. They get their documents, and next thing they know, they're getting their sea time and they want to get their license. And so you see women more advance a little bit more just because I think that the challenge is there for them. But it's a hard industry. It always has been. It's a hard working environment, and for men and women, and some people just aren't cut out for it. But I think the training that is required of them to do, you either know you can do it or you can't, especially in basic safety training because of the practical requirements.
And the future of the maritime industry has never been brighter. I mean, it's just terrific opportunities for men and women across the board, correct?
Oh, you bet. Yeah, no, I think anybody, and I tell this to them, anybody who comes in here and gets their documents, you could go two ways, three ways really, on the engineering side, which engineers are in demand, and then the license side, which, we start out even at the six-pack OUPD level, going up to the 100 and the upgrade of 200 ton. Anything above the 200-ton level are prep courses. The Coast Guard won't let schools test you for that. And then the deck side, that's your able-bodied seaman, and the requirement of proficiency in survival craft to get that AB. So we see a lot of ferry workers right now that are getting ready, that have been ordinary seamen, and they have their sea time, and they figure, hey, I can get a better paying job, I get better schedules. And even from the fishing industry, they have all this sea time, what should they do with it? It may keep them keep them in the fishing industry for better jobs, better paying jobs, but it also can say, as I'm getting older, maybe I do want to get into research vessels, tug vessels, cargo. There's just a plethora. And a lot of people don't know about the maritime industry and the jobs that are out there.
It's a terrific opportunity. Hey, Julie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Congratulations again on your 20th anniversary.
Hey, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all you do.